Hello everyone and welcome back to the World of Tanks gameplay series. It's been a little while since we had one of these episodes, and by a little while I mean about 11, 12 days. And the reason for that is just because we've been busy with Tomb Raider and Bioshock Infinite. We had that DLC there, and we've also been busy with the 9.0 test server. And then we had Carl in there, the April Fool's thing, which if you haven't seen that, and if you haven't played that, then well, I think you're a little late now. I'm pretty sure you can't play it anymore. Originally you could only play it until the 4th of April. But now, I think they extended it a little bit, but only for a few days, so it's probably too late now. But, if you remember anything about that, if you saw it, maybe you saw one of my videos on it, I had one, by the way, then you would have saw that it was marked as a Tier 1 SPG. Now, I didn't even realize it was an artillery until a little bit later on. So I didn't even realize that it had the arty view thing. But that's irrelevant. This is my new spot, by the way. You'll see why I like this new spot. It's got a nice set of bushes here for camo. Shame this spot's going to be gone once there comes the update for this map in 9.0. Now, Carl, that Tier 1. Oh, hi guy. Peek over, would you? Oh, don't know how that missed. But he's a Tier 1 with 1,500 health points, and for a Tier 1, a crazy big gun. Heck, he's got a big gun for any tank, really. However, his range is not very good. You may have noticed that you had a hard time shooting anything from more than, oh, I don't know, what was it, maybe 100 meters away? Really, it didn't have a very good range. Now, this makes me wonder, if you were to actually put it in a Tier 1 random battle, which it couldn't get into, it couldn't even get into platoons, then would it really be that overpowered? I mean, it can't shoot anything more than 100 or 200 meters away from it. Yet, those other Tier 1 shooting back very easily could. Now, especially if you had a buddy. Hi there. You want to get shot? No? Come back in a minute. Well, we'll see in a minute. Could that Tier 1 really... Oh, there you go. Nearly 1,500 health points damage. Not bad. But could other Tier 1s single-handedly tear apart that thing, even though it has that big gun and those 1,500 health points? I think so. It doesn't have much armor, so pretty sure a Tier 1 could hurt it. And really, especially if you had a buddy, and another guy in that car was alone, you could just keep him permatracked all day, and just very, very slowly pick him off. But now then, that's enough of Carl. Look at this guy. Goodbye. That's the second time I've got the pleasure of one-shotting those things. They're good tanks and all, but they just lack in armor, and this thing just feeds off of anything that lacks armor or shows a weak spot. If you get shot at by one of these things, you better hope that if the guy's using Hesh, that he either hits your track or some spaced armor. Because if he doesn't, it's going to do a lot of damage. If you're really lucky, you hit your gun, and maybe you'll just get a damaged or knocked out gun, but you'll take very little to no health point damage, and that's frustrating when that happens. You'll see that happen to this E5 next. Oh look, an IS-7. You have 1,800 health points too many. Not a problem. There goes 1,840. I love this thing, and this is why I love this spot. It's the only good spot on this map, as far as I'm concerned, really. I know there's other spots, and I am glad that this map's getting redone in 9.0. If you didn't see that, then I have a video for that too. The 9.0 map reworks. But man, every single time I've used this spot, it's worked out so well for me that it's just incredible. Now, I've only got a couple allies ahead of me now. They're slowly getting picked off, and there's this E5. He's going to take no damage from this shot. That was a Hesh round. That should have at least done 500 or more. It might have killed him, even if it didn't penetrate. Even if his gun mantlet absorbed it. But it must have hit his gun, and after battle, I remember we just about destroyed every module on that thing. We had ammo rack, turret damaged and destroyed. We damaged his gun, killed half of his crew, and bad day to be him. So maybe that damaged his gun there, or it might have been the shot before. Speaking of which, he won't get lucky twice, although he got my driver and my engine there. We're going to use a repair kit on that. We need to get out of here fast now. You can see the engine and driver are both back in action. And you notice the T-30 off to my left over in the distance there. And that IS-7 and the Waffenträger are probably going to be coming down after me in a minute. So I'm very hesitant to shoot at this T-30. Although I don't need to. Good job, IS-8. And if you're wondering why, it's because I didn't want to take the chance of being stuck in the middle of a reload when the Waffenträger and the IS-7 come down the hill at me. I'm still quite concerned. I'm thinking I'm kind of alone. This Waffenträger is coming over to help us, though, so we should be okay. But still, that Waffenträger, probably in 3 shots or so, would just tear me apart, especially combined with that IS-7. Oh, there's the IS-7. I wanted to get a shot on his lower plate. I didn't take that one, though, because it wasn't fully aimed. I didn't want to shoot at his turret because I know that would only do 500 damage or so, and I wanted to do more than that. I knew I could kill him with 1 shot. Got to be careful, though, because my turret is taller than his. He can hit me over this ridge. Oh, there we go. He bounced anyway, even though I might not be able to hit him at the same time. There we go. Have a shot at his turret again. I was very tempted to try to go for that commander's hatch there. And I did. Only did 600 something damage. It wasn't as good as what I wanted, but I figured if I'm going to sit there and possibly take another hit. Oh, there's a guy behind us, that ST1. Need to watch him too. If we took another hit, I didn't want it to be for nothing. Now I'm going to sneak down here. Crap, there's the Waffenträger. This is going to hurt. I'm not reloaded yet. There's 1 hit. He hit a track, luckily. That was very important. Their engine, and we got him. 999 damage, not too bad. I'd say that was worth the hesh. And you can see in chat now, people are going to start to complain about my tank, and that's a very, very common thing. Our engine is damaged again, by the way. It's very common for the engine to get damaged to this thing, especially when you're taking all the hits from the front. And it also likes to get caught on fire because the engine is there. Now we're going to try to go after this IS-7. It's hard to get to him, though. We couldn't get to him in time to save that Waffenträger. There we go, and he's toast. That was a hesh for 17 damage. That's going to cost us a lot of credits. It's already an 8,000 credit round. It's already expensive to shoot, even if you do if you do 1,800 damage with it. But this game's over. 4 kills, not too bad. Over 7,000 damage, very nice. And there goes the complaints. And I'm just going to brag a little bit about it in chat. Be like, oh yeah, that IS-7 earlier, I did over 1,800 damage to him with 1 shot. Just another day. But no, it's not always overpowered. This thing doesn't always feel overpowered, that's for sure. It kind of lacks in armor. It has decent armor, as you saw when I bounced the IS-7 shot, but it's not really anything you can rely on. Long reload. If it's alone, it's toast. It can't side scrape. It's got basically no armor in the side, so it's difficult to use, but if you figure it out like I have, then it becomes amazing. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you for the next one.